Kush's movie review.
Welcome everyone to Kush's Movie Reviews, the show where Kush reviews a movie. Funny enough, this week we're talking about John Woo's Silent Night, starring that bloke from Suicide Squad, and I'm sure maybe some other people. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. Maybe it's just a one-man show. Maybe it's just him walking around going, "It's quiet, isn't it? It's quiet tonight." But I don't know.
This guy truly is silent.
What a silent night tonight is. Maybe it's a post-apocalyptic movie. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. But Kush does. Tell us about this movie, Kush.
Oh, that's me. This is Silent Night. It is rated R, and it is a glorious 1 hour and 44 minutes. And it is written by a man named Robert Lynn. He hasn't done much, and what he has done, you probably haven't heard of. Again, directed by John Woo, 20 years since he made a movie in these states of United America. And, it was nice to see him come back. If you've never seen a John Woo film prior to this, it's a pretty good intro. It's not the best John Woo movie you've ever seen, not even anywhere close, but it's the man still's got it. Man still got it, and he knows how to tell a story. Example, this does star Joel Kinnaman. As you mentioned, he was in the Suicide Squad movies. He was also in a review earlier this year that we did with Nick Cage, Sympathy for the Devil, that I saw all the way out in the old Amsterdam. It was only so. This also stars a lady named Catalina Moreno, rapper turned actor Kid Cudi, who I now know more movies than songs, and the bad guy played by Mr. Harold Torres. This movie takes place in Texas, which is actually a very, very big detail, and was filmed probably in Texas and in Mexico. So, what's this movie about? A young boy was killed by a stray bullet by two rival gangs, and Joel Kinnaman is chasing after him, and that's how the movie starts, and almost gets him. Kind of an impressive foot chase, but ultimately he is shot in the throat, and when we think he's left for dead, well, they revive him, but he can no longer talk, and thus we have Silent Night. Joel Kinnaman does not say one single word in this movie. What is weird is that no one else says a single word in this movie. Like, there's a police radio in the background, maybe a TV set, but this is
So basically, it's a Charlie Chaplin movie.
Night of silence. It's a silent movie for sure. Yeah.
Do you get the every now and again? Do you every now and again get that the cards come up? Like, oh, he seems to be in trouble. Oh, ding 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 ding.
A lot of this seems to be a very I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. People either think this is a very clever thing or they absolutely hated it. So yeah, maybe a little title card saying, "Boy, I'm sad about my dead son," might have been helpful to some people. Apparently, folks don't know how to just go with the story and figure things out on their own. But,
wait, so have I just totally misjudged this movie? Have I hyped it up so much as a Christmas movie, or is it just literally called Silent Night because there's no words spoken?
It starts on Christmas morning and ends the following 1 year later on Christmas Eve. Otherwise, This is not a Christmas movie.
God damn it. All right, never mind. Carry on.
That's about it, dude. Our guy gets out of rehab, dealing with mad depression, low-key becomes an alcoholic. His family life is crumbling apart. Him and the wife obviously can't talk anymore. I don't know why she can't go like, "Hey, Joel, if you could look at me, I'd like to talk to you." She communicates through him through text message. But then again, we got a Kid Cudi who plays a homicide detective or gang task force leader or whatever, but no point does he ever say a word. And then the bad guy, Harold Torres, at no point, he's just like, "I can't believe you came all the way here just to get me because, look, dude, I didn't mean to kill your son." None of that shit. None of that shit. It's It's a lot of gunplay. It's very basic compared to like what you get out of a John Wick movie these days. Um, yeah, you just follow this guy for 364 days as he just recovers from depression and a bullet wound to the throat, immediately kicks his alcoholism, starts just buying gun after gun, learns how to start fighting, learns how to drive a Mustang 5.0. So he's hitting these sharp turns. Overall, again, it's nice to see John Woo in the United States. I don't know what led him to come back after 20 years for this, but the man knows how to tell a story. I was not lost the entire at all. I don't know what's up with other people, but there it is. However, not the best movie I've seen this year. I wish it was better, but 3 out of 5.
So, is there a
Mike
reason
Fish, you have a
why no
question.
one? Yeah, is there a reason no one talks in this, or is it just trying to be artsy fartsy?
Artsy fartsy.
Oh, so I'm assuming there are multiple points in this movie where you're like, you would say
At
something
some
at this
point, this
point.
detective might have a question.
Yeah,
Detective Kid Cudi might have a question, and no, leaves his business card. That's about it. Just no. Joined ends up spoiler alert ends up joining Joel Kinnaman in the final battle. Never at no point does ever go like cover me or I got your back, bro. Good job, Joel Kinnaman. You avenged your son. No, just just the only noise you hear is screeching tires and gunshots and explosions and no at no point do you get the what is it the fall sound effect. Yeah,
I think I'd hate this movie.
you would be in fair company then. This is again, yeah. People either think this is very clever, it's okay, or they absolutely hated it.
But at least
Divisive is the word I've been looking for.
does
Divisive.
this does the story at least wrap up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there will not be a sequel either.
Well, pay attention, leave the world behind. I always said I hate the sound of this movie, but guess what? I'd much rather watch this than watch you again. Fucking suck.
As far as action movies go, it's actually quite sad. So it's not fun. You know, at one point he gets overpowered by MS-13's accountant. I'm sure this accountant has done some pretty gnarly things on the street too, but at one point you're just like, dude, you're getting beat up by the fucking Crips accountant. Figure this shit out. Like, but once he overpowers him, you're just like, yeah, it's not fun. It's just okay. That's my review.
What I should have done, and I'm correcting these movies, is because you can still have it artsy fartsy, but then at least it makes sense. Like if maybe at some point during his time in, did you say he went into prison, right? He went to prison
Ooh.
or rehab. He was somewhere.
No, no rehab. He was drinking bottles and bottles of vodka in his garage, and then he just went, "No more drinking for me," and threw
Oh.
everything away.
Like something that maybe like when the movie starts, it shows him being like a really bad alcoholic, and then because of his being drunk, he has like a bad fall and like bangs his head pretty badly, and because of that, he loses his hearing, and then the rest of the movie is told that so you're experiencing it through his so he can't hear anyone, so you can still see people talking because it makes sense people talk to each other, but you can't hear it because you're having to experience this through his like so it's artsy, but at least it makes sense while it's silent.
I mean,
Rather
that's
than
such a very small detail. I mean, that could
is
have
it
already been in the
though?
movie. They're just like, yes.
The
All we
police
all I was like,
detective
he took
never
a bullet in his
speaking.
voice
It's just,
box. He took a bullet in his voice box, so he's never gonna talk again. Oh, by the way, he got pretty banged up in that
I'm
car
never
accident,
gonna
so
talk
he's lost his
again.
hearing. That's it. You just have to say that, and you can do the rest of the movie without ever bringing it up again. He's got a scar in his throat. You figure this shit out. But no, no, it's fine.
I'm never
It's fine.
gonna talk again. Bullet wounds been unforgiven. It's easy to pretend. And my kid is not at school. Should have known better not to drink again.
Oh, we're still doing this.
And waste this life that I've been given. So I'm never gonna talk again. And then I'll do a film with John Woo. I'll just freestyle that.
That's all, folks.